Sairam students, welcome back. Let us continue with history. Lesson number 5, Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. Children, in our previous classes, we have already learnt about how some men became rulers and about Varnas. We have also learnt about Janapadas and Mahajanapadas and about taxes. That is, the rulers of the Mahajanapadas, they needed more resources for building huge forts and maintaining their big armies. So they started collecting regular taxes. They collected taxes from farmers, craftspersons, herders, hunters and gatherers, etc. And about changes in agriculture, that is the growing use of iron plowshares. It helped in more grain production, and people, they began transplanting paddy, which meant that instead of scattering seeds on the ground from which plants would sprout, saplings were grown and then planted in the fields, and this led to increased production as many more plants survived. And children, today we will learn a closer look, that is about Magadha and Vajji. Now let's learn the first topic, a closer look, that is about Magadha. Children, do you know that Magadha, it became the most important Mahajanapada in about 200 years, and many rivers such as the Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha, and this was important for transport, water supplies and for making the land fertile. This means that Magadha was the powerful kingdom and the most important Mahajanapada that grew in about 200 years. And children, can you name two rivers that flowed through Magadha? The rivers like the Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha. And why the rivers that flowed through Magadha were considered important? They were considered important for transport, water supplies and for making the land fertile. Children, this is the map of the Mahajanapadas. Here you can see Magadha, and Magadha is one of the 16 Mahajanapadas. And parts of Magadha were forested. Elephants which lived in the forest, they could be captured and trained for the army. And the forest also provided wood for building houses, carts and chariots. This means that there were forests around Magadha, and the elephants which lived in the forest, they were also captured and trained for the army. And children, what else did the forest provide? The forest, it also provided wood. And for what did they use that? They used it for building houses, carts and chariots. And besides the forest, there were iron ore mines in the region that could be tapped to make strong tools and weapons. So children, what else was found in the region? There were iron ore mines that were found in the region. And how did they use iron? They used iron to make strong tools and weapons. Children, if Magadha was so important, that means there would have been some important rulers. So Magadha, it had two very powerful rulers, Bimbisara and Ajatasattu, who used all possible means to conquer other Janapadas. And Mahapadmananda, he was another important ruler, and he extended his control up to the northwest part of the subcontinent. This means that Magadha had some important rulers such as Bimbisara and Ajatasattu. And Bimbisara and Ajatasattu, they used all their power to try and capture other Janapadas. And children, who was another important ruler in Magadha? Mahapadmananda, he was another important ruler. And where did he extend his control? He extended his control up to the northwest part of the subcontinent. And Rajagriha, that is present day Rajgir in Bihar, it was the capital of Magadha for several years, and later the capital was shifted to Patliputra, that is present day Patna. This means that Rajagriha or Rajgir, that we now call it as. It is in Bihar and it was the capital of Magadha for several years. And later, where was the capital shifted to? Later, the capital was shifted to Patliputra, that is present-day Patna. And more than 2300 years ago, a ruler named Alexander, who lived in Macedonia in Europe, he wanted to become a world conqueror. So children, who was Alexander? Alexander was a ruler who lived in Macedonia in Europe. And what did he want to become? He wanted to become a world conqueror. And of course, he didn't conquer the world, but did conquer parts of Egypt and West Asia. And then he came to the Indian subcontinent and he reached up to the banks of the Bias. So, can you name the places that were conquered by Alexander? Alexander, he conquered parts of Egypt and West Asia. And then, where did he come to? Then he came to the Indian subcontinent. And where did he reach? He reached up to the banks of the river Bias. And when he wanted to march further eastwards, his soldiers refused. They were scared as they had heard that the rulers of India had vast armies of foot soldiers, chariots and elephants. Children, when he reached to the banks of the river Bias, then what happened? Then he wanted to march further eastwards, but his soldiers they refused. And why did they refuse? Because they were scared and they had heard that the rulers of India, they had vast armies of foot soldiers. They had chariots and elephants to fight in the armies. So these soldiers they refused to march further and they wanted to go back. This means that the rulers were so powerful that he could not march further from the banks of the river Bias. Children, now let's learn the next topic. A closer look, Vajji. While Magadha became a powerful kingdom, Vajji, with its capital at Vaishali, which is in Bihar, was under a different form of government known as Ghana or Sangha. This means that Vajji was the most important Mahajanapada after Magadha. And what was its capital? Its capital was Vaishali, which is in Bihar. And what was special about Vajji? Vajji had a different form of government known as Ghana or Sangha. Children, what do you mean by Ghana and Sangha? Ghana is used for a group that has many members and Sangha means organization or association. And children, do you know Vajji was one of the 16 Mahajanapadas in ancient India. And in a Ghana or a Sangha, there were not one, but many rulers. Sometimes, even when thousands of men ruled together, each one was known as a Raja. So, this was the different form of government. This means that Vajji consisted not one, but many rulers. And sometimes, even when thousands of men ruled together, each one was known as a Raja. And these Rajas performed rituals together. They also met in assemblies and decided what had to be done and how through discussion and debate. For example, if they were attacked by an enemy, they met to discuss what should be done to meet the threat. This means that the Rajas, they performed the rituals together. And where did they meet? They met in assemblies. Why? Because they wanted to decide what had to be done and how. That is through discussions and debates. Children, here an example is given. That is, if they were attacked by an enemy, then they would meet to discuss and they would decide how they can defeat their enemies. However, women, dasas and kamakaras could not participate in these assemblies. Children, who could not participate in these assemblies? women, dasas and kamakaras, they could not participate in these assemblies. That means the slave men and women and also the landless agricultural laborers, they could not participate in these assemblies. And children, both the Buddha and the Mahavira, they belonged to Ganas or Sanghas. And some of the most vivid descriptions of life in the Sanghas, it can be found in Buddhist books. So children, who belong to Ganas or Sanghas? Both the Buddha and Mahavira, they belong to Ganas or Sanghas. And where can we find the most vivid descriptions of life? We can find the most vivid descriptions of life in the Sanghas in the Buddhist books. And children, this is an account of the Vajjis from the Digha Nikaya, that is a famous Buddhist book which contains some of the speeches of the Buddha, and these were written down about 2300 years ago. So Digha Nikaya is a famous book which has an account of Vajjis. That is, it is a famous Buddhist book. And what does it contain? It contains some of the speeches of the Buddha. And when was it written down? It was written down about 2300 years ago. Now children, let's recap what we have learned today in this lesson. Children, today we learned about Magadha. Magadha became the most important Mahajanapada in about 200 years. And many rivers such as the Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha, which helped in transport, water supplies and making the land fertile. And two powerful rulers of Magadha were Bimbisara and Ajatasattu, who used all possible means to conquer other Janapadas. And Mahapadmananda, he was another important ruler who extended his control up to the northwest part of the subcontinent. And the first capital of Magadha was Rajagriha, present-day Rajagir, that is in Bihar. And the second was Patliputra, that is present-day Patna. And more than 2300 years ago, a ruler named Alexander, who lived in Macedonia in Europe, he wanted to become a world conqueror. And he conquered the parts of Egypt and West Asia. And when he came to the Indian subcontinent, he reached up to the banks of the Beas. And when he wanted to march further eastwards, his soldiers refused. Why? Because they were scared, as they had heard that the rulers of India, they had vast armies of foot soldiers, chariots and elephants. And we also learnt about Vajji. Vajji, with its capital at Vaishali, that is in Bihar, was under a different form of government known as Gana or Sangha. In a Gana or a Sangha, there were many rulers. Each one was known as a Raja. And the Rajas, they performed rituals together and met in assemblies. And the women, Dasas and Kamakaras, they could not participate in these assemblies. Both the Buddha and the Mahavira, they belong to Ganas or Sanghas. And Digha Nikaya is a famous Buddhist book which gives an account of the Vajjis. And it contains some of the speeches of the Buddha. And these were written about 2300 years ago. Now children, let's have a quiz. Multiple choice questions. First one. The present name of Rajagriha is dash. A. Rajagir, B. Rajmahal, C. Rajgaon, D. Patna. What's the correct option? Yes, A. Rajgir. The present name of Rajagriha is Rajgir. Second one. Why was the river Ganga important for people? A. For transport, B. For water supply, C. For making land fertile, D. All of these. What's the correct option? Correct. D. All of these. The river Ganga was important for people, for transport, for water supply, and for making land fertile. Third one, Vajji had its capital city at dash. A. Rajagriha, B. Vaishali, C. Patna, D. Magadha. What's the correct option? Yes, B. Vaishali. Vajji had its capital city at Vaishali. Fourth one, Alexander was a ruler who lived in dash. A. Slovenia, B. Greece, C. Rome, D. Macedonia. What's the correct option? Yes, D. Macedonia. Alexander was a ruler who lived in Macedonia. Fifth one, dash means organization or association. A. Sangha, B. Gana, C. Both A and B, D. None of these. What's the correct option? Yes, A. Sangha. Sangha means organization or association. So children, today we have done part 4 of history lesson number 5. We shall continue with this lesson in our next class. Till we meet again, goodbye children.